G'day everyone, I'm Ben and this is Counterfeit Christianity. It is early in the morning again. I was thinking about this last night and I thought I'd just make a quick video about it, but I have been thinking about this idea of the positivity cult that's inside of Christianity, that it basically is Christianity. I've come across this quite a bit in my life with people who are Christian that I know. They really believe that being positive and thinking good thoughts is very important, and that having negative thoughts and feeling negative and negative feelings is bad. And so they're sort of living in this world of not being allowed to feel negative things, or I hear this quite a lot. I don't want to be negative, so I'm not going to talk about this. This idea of if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. So you've got the cult of Christianity that is absolutely pagan in all of its traditions. You have two cults sort of mixing together. It makes sense to me because Christianity is just this system that's built up around relationships, and nothing good comes out of systems. So you have the cult of Christianity, and then you have this cult of positivity, and they get mixed together. If you can't be authentic and talk about with another authentic person how you're actually feeling, then everything in your life is a lie. I've seen it in a bunch of the really big mega churches. Like, for example, I know some people in Hillsong, and they were really on this idea of being positive, having positive thoughts. If you have positive thoughts around something, it will happen. So you've got two cults mixed together. And this way of thinking is extremely dangerous. It is really, really harmful to human beings. If we cannot be authentic and talk about how we're authentically feeling, you can't know yourself. You can't understand what's happening to yourself. And so you're always getting this external pressure. You must feel a certain way, otherwise you're ungodly. And that is Christianity. It happens so much. So not only in these huge mega churches like Hillsong, it is in all of these smaller churches, this same idea of positivity. I got to be happy. I got to look happy. I got to look good. I have to wear my nice clothes. Everything has to look as if I'm a good Christian. I'm with God and He's blessing me. But if you're feeling down or feeling negative, that's a no-go. Christians despise that sort of thing. In the death cult of Christianity, they really despise things and people that are negative and that are bringing down the vibe, and they hate people that are struggling, and they really cannot deal with that sort of thing. I know that people don't understand this part of life. They truly believe that you must be thinking positive things, otherwise you are a bad person. When I talk about how Christians hate people, they're like, the only person I notice hating people is you. And it's like, no, I'm just talking about these things. If they met Jesus in real life, they would hate Jesus. I've talked about it in some of my other videos, but Christians would murder Jesus so quickly if he came back now. They wouldn't even wait to hang him on a cross. They would beat him to death in the aisle of their church. If he went in there, they would absolutely murder him instantly. Like a lot of people in the comment section of my videos, they want me to die. If someone calls you a heretic, that means they want to burn you at the stake and kill you, because that's what people do to heretics. That's what religious zealots do to heretics. And that is exactly what they want to do to me. And if Jesus was here today, they would hate him with a vengeance, because Christians are the most hateful people in the world. Like, there's no difference than like a Muslim person who wants to murder people, who actually does it. That same feeling is in a Christian's heart, because they're saying, I'm going to heaven, I've made a good choice. Look at me, look at how good I look at my life. I'm going to heaven, you're going to hell. Fuck you, burn, bitch. I've been to hundreds of churches all over the world, and this is the sentiment in all of them. If a Christian wants to be honest, they will understand that. But they don't want to be honest, because it means they have to look at their own heart. The Christian cult that I have repented from in my life, I've absolutely repented from it. And now I'm living an absolutely different life with my daddy, God. You don't have to be a Christian to be with God. And you're allowed to feel things in your life. You're allowed to have negative feelings in your life, because we're designed by God to feel things. This world we're designed to live in, and we're designed to feel this world. That's how we communicate on an authentic level with Daddy, with our God. We're designed to relate to Him with our emotions and our heart. This world requires us to use our mind to survive. And that's why it's so hard for us to make sense of what's actually happening, because our heart usually tells us one thing, and then the world and our mind tells us another thing. And we have to sort of wrestle with this somehow. And it's so hard because this world likes to tell us every place we turn that your feelings mean nothing, and to push those feelings down, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, do some work, and then everything's going to be okay. But it doesn't always bring good things. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today, that talking about something negatively in a negative way is not bad. It's actually what is required of us as human beings. If we want to be authentic, we have to authentically be able to talk about how you're feeling. And if that's a negative thing, then that's okay. That's why I talk about joy and how important joy is, because joy is a place of being, a place of living that you can choose to be in. And you can get back to joy despite what is happening, despite the way that you are feeling. Your emotions are real. And your feelings are real. But if you want to get back to joy, even if you're in a living hell of Christianity, you can get back to joy inside of that. But joy will draw you out of these systems. Joy is really, really important. Joy brings peace and all those other good things. But it first starts with acknowledging how you're feeling and acknowledging things that are happening in this world. And if they're negative, talking about them. And that's what I've decided to do. All of this stuff that I've talked about is the journey that I've been on for a decade. So I know that it's okay, and I understand that it's okay to talk about things in a negative light if they're bad. And it's required of me. It's required of us, if we're going to be real and authentic in this world, to talk about things when they're actually happening and not pretend that it's not. Because I understand that God receives me the way that I am, and He designed me this way intentionally. And I'm not a fuck up. The Christians will always tell you to hide the parts of you that are negative and to push them to the side, to separate yourself from yourself and just put on a face. But I realize now that that's a huge lie. My daddy does not want that of me. So I've repented of that way of living, and now I'm coming towards Him more and more each day. That's why I call this channel, it's Counterfeit Christianity, but I call these little segments My Understanding, because this is what I'm understanding right now. This is a journey for me with my dad. He flows me into new things all the time, and that's what's happening. And I really do love it. It's a really fun way to live. So I wanted to encourage you with that. Don't listen to the Christians. You see it in all the comment sections. If a video does pretty good, you'll see all these angered, hateful Christians spreading their venomous lies all over the place. And they're really good at that. And I understand what it feels like when Jesus talks about how people will hate you just for being yourself. Because in Christianity, you cannot be yourself. It's unacceptable to be yourself. If you look at any Christian, and if you actually got to know any of them, you'd see their lives for what they truly are. And they're hiding in the darkness. The unacceptable feelings and these things, they're all hiding deep down. I just want to encourage you. It's okay to feel negative things. You can get back to joy from that, and that's great. Joy is very powerful. And joy is the journey that I'm on. And it's okay to feel negative things. It's sort of required of us to talk about these negative things that we notice. And I'm not afraid of it. It doesn't make me feel bad when people talk shit about me and wish death on me like Christians do. Their venomous love. I've talked about that. They don't even understand what I mean by that. Their venomous love. They say, I love you. They call you brother. They say, I'll pray for you. But they're wishing death on you. You look at all these comments, my God will judge you. You're going to burn in hell. What sort of love is that? That's not love. This is my understanding. I don't know shit. If you like what I'm talking about, like, share, comment, all that sort of good stuff. Even if you're one of those venomous Christians with this fake venomous love, leave a comment. It just gives us more to talk about. So thanks so much. I appreciate you guys. See ya.